Looks like it's time to talk some arena, boys! Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We find ourselves here for a video I actually didn't think I was going to make. The title says, Why I Hated Arena. So let us go over the problems that I had with Arena. And notice these are in past tense. Some of these actually problems will still remain genuinely. But I want to talk about my experience now that I have actually spent some time in the game. So, the issues I have with Arena, some of them definitely still remain. Arena does not allow you to own the cards. You do not have an actual collection. Yes, you have the license to digital cards. Oh, look, I got a little bit of alfalfa going on. You have these digital cards, sure, in your collection there, but it's all just a license, and wizards can snap their fingers and it's gone. Or the game can just, like, we're taking the servers down and it's gone. So there is no intrinsic long-term value like you get with Magic cards. There is that issue that will always remain with Arena, and that is incredibly significant, and that is why, to me, Arena will never be as good as the physical card game. That is genuinely a genuine problem with Arena. Another genuine problem with Arena is what it represents in terms of game design for Magic the Gathering. They have admitted that they are going to create cards that are less complex so that they're easier to program into Arena. This is another problem that is going to persist with the game that I am not happy about. Arena does pose some real risk to the long-term health of Magic, and there are some significant negatives to what it brings to the table. Now, when I made my videos before, they were heavily negative without weighing in with much of the positive possibilities of it as well. So it was a very granted, obviously videos created by creators are going to be biased, and my videos are biased by what I believe, my experiences and things like that. And my experience with Magic the Gathering and digital platforms especially are not good, right? That's the situation. For anybody who knows MTGO is an abysmal wasteland that's been programmed horrifically. The interface was so awful to use that it drove a ton of people away from the game, myself included. There was just too many negatives to using it, where it was unenjoyable. You could still almost own the cards. It was still digital licenses, but you had the ability within, I believe it was a 2-year time frame of when a set came out, to complete a full set, and then you could redeem that full set to have a full set of physical cards mailed to you. So there was that vector to turn that non-physical into the physical and own that forever. And I enjoyed that. There was value to that. I actually put money into MTGO, ended up building some sets, selling them off, and so at the end of it, my MTGO experience ended up with a net of me making money. And I had a good time sometimes playing MTGO and made some friends. But overall, the experience was very awful in terms of the graphical interface. They had inept programmers, and it would turn out that all the sets would always come out later on MTGO, and they would be incredibly buggy. Just bug-ridden garbage. MTGO is not a great client. So that mentality, obviously, when you're dealing with a company that is coming out with this new program, they're like, hey, we've got this new program, and it's like, well, I look at it and I go, you completely bungled MTGO. You're messing up the physical game. You're dumbing it down. You got worse card quality. There's so many issues with the physical game. It's like you're messing up the physical game and you've messed up the digital game. Why on earth would I have even the slightest hint that you would have any chance with Arena? Like, to me, Arena was going to be a guaranteed failure. I looked at it and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that this can succeed. It's going to be terrible. And you can see that in the videos that I made. And I said that I understand for people who have no access to a local gaming group, you can't find anybody else to play with, or you work some kind of really crazy schedule and you just can't get out there to play, then it makes sense to me why this would be appealing to you. You're like, okay, like this, I can't get it any other way, so I will take this lower level experience. Now, having actually loaded up the Arena client and gone past just the tutorials, because I played the tutorials and they left me kind of about the game because the tutorials were kind of wonky, and on top of that, the way they were designed, you wouldn't both start at 20 life. You would start at random life amounts, which was really weird because you weren't starting mid-game. So it didn't feel right. On top of that, in the tutorial, one of the opponents played 7 or 8 copies of the same card. And so it just felt a little bit weird. And it ended with Nicol Bolas being like, brah! And I had just gone through the tutorial. So I left it at that. And I was like, okay, you know, in terms of the ability to play the cards out onto the field and things like that, it's very easy. There's a lot of easy shortcuts. Because I've played MTGO, and I play Chandalar a lot. And Chandalar has a lot of clicking and a lot of extra, like, hassle in terms of click busy work, which Arena does not have. Now, I will say there is a downside to their, like, ease of maneuvering in that if you have nothing that you can play in your hand, it will automatically move you along through phases, and it's very obvious when your opponent has responses or when they don't. And yes, you can hold down control to play like mind games with your opponent, but there is that level, which it's a minor irk to me about that part of the Arena interface. But overall, I enjoy the smoothness with which you can flow through the game. I enjoy the graphical interface, actually. I like the look of it. It's visually nice. It's nicer than I was expecting it to look, because MTGO is just, it was so clunky and ugly that they just set the bar so low. I didn't think they could rise above that bar either. So in this case, it's actually really nice to look at. It's really easy to go through. They give you like a handful of decks to start with, but what I really like is that they have this little quest system. So they're not big epic level quests. It's just simple stuff like win games is obviously one of them. But there's another one where it's just like yesterday's, for example, was play 40 lands. And I like that. Anybody can do that. You're going to get a reward for it. It's fun. Now, granted, these rewards are small. You get like a bit of gold or whatever, but you get to play Magic at no cost in like a nice, easy, smooth environment, which I actually genuinely enjoyed. Like I didn't intend to play it for very long, but I ended up playing for 2 hours straight without even realizing I'd played for 2 hours straight. And then I stopped for like 5 or 10 minutes to do something else, and then decided I actually wanted to play more, and I booted it up for another solid hour. Like I played like 3 hours of Arena solid. And the quests and things like that are fun because they tie into giving you an incentive to try different things. Now, playing the land quest obviously doesn't tie into that. But today, and you'll see in the example that I'll show you, because I want to show you the graphical interface, the quest for today is play, I believe it's 20, it's either white or black or blue or black cards, where they want you to play specific colors. And I've been playing red and green yesterday. So this is like, hey, why don't you try these colors? And that appeals to the part of me that used to love the old school tournaments at the LGS where the owner would just arbitrarily go, we're doing a Christmas tournament, so your decks have to be white, red, or green. Those are the only colors you can use. Or we're doing an artist themed tournament. Your deck has to be based all around one artist. Those kind of restrictions are enjoyable. Gives you an idea to try these other decks. And when you're opening the booster packs, you're getting cards from all these different colors that you can tweak into the little decks. I think part of what turned me off of Arena originally was the idea that everybody would just be playing absolutely honed standard decks, because the standard meta for me, like a regular standard meta at a normal tournament, is incredibly dull. There's very little variation and you see the same 10 to 12 cards. Now with this kind of setup, everybody just got reset yesterday. So everyone's using the beginner decks with the exceptions of a few people who either want to dump money into it or already dumped money into it during the beta. So the majority of decks you're seeing are these little wonk decks, but with little tweaks with what people were able to get their hands on. So it feels like Magic at the beginning to me, for me right now in the Arena experience. Now I understand this will probably shift as the game goes further along and we're not at this beginning point. So I want to explain that point clearly, because my feelings about this game may change. I want to explain why I feel the way I do now, why I'm super excited about Arena now, and why that may or may not continue depending on a number of factors. And I think the Arena, the standard environment, depending on how it goes, may be something that may make me step away from it. But for right now, it feels like there's a lot of variation. You don't really know what's coming, but you can kind of expect what to see with some decks. And so you see these extra little cards coming out, and I'm really enjoying the interaction. It reminds me of playing on Chandalar, but the Chandalar's AI and variation has been souped up. So you get a much larger variation in the number of opponents you play against. And because it's guided by a human instead of the AI, you don't have the same kind of weird mistakes. And you have, in some cases, obviously, because it matters who you're playing against. Some of them may not be as capable. But you have more interesting opposition. So it's this constantly shifting puzzle. The Arena, in its current state, is offering a lot to me. I like it with this quest system. Like you can get rewarded for up to 15 wins a day, and you can go in and tweak your decks. I enjoy how easy it is to make changes to your decks. When you have a large collection of Magic cards like I do, it can get to the point where when you want to make changes to a deck, you have to run around and look for cards, and they can easily get misplaced, put in other places. Oh, what deck are they in? What binder are they in? What box are they in? What room are they in? What building are they in? That's literally a situation for me. I have so many boxes of Magic, and they're in multiple locations. So is this stocked away at the store? Where is this stuff? Is a situation for me. With the Arena, it's all just there. I can just go boom, 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 slap it in a deck. So that is also really attractive for me. There's a lot of ease of use that's attractive for me. I am concerned that I may find it to be dull and give up. That may happen after a little bit. But at this point, I'm so stoked about it. It's genuinely enjoyable. So let's dive in to the user interface so I can show you guys what I've been talking about here. All right, I just wanted to touch quickly on how simple and easy the interface is here. As you can see, if you want to play, you literally just click play, and then you select your deck and click play. And within like 10 seconds or less, you have an opponent. That's the way it's been going for me. It's lovely that way. You got your decks listed here. You can change them by double clicking on them. This area doesn't even matter. Who cares? You can just change who your icon is. I don't care about that. You got your booster packs in that area. And then your store area. It's massively simple. I enjoy the really easy outlay. And as I mentioned, the reward system down here, they got daily quests. I guess they show up like however often. This one's going to come in 15 hours. But this is one of the things that I enjoyed that I had mentioned, where they give you quests that are specifically keyed to particular, like, lay X lands or cast spells of this color. So in this example today, it's cast 20 white or black spells. And that's all right, because honestly, the first day I spent my time playing red or green. So this gives me the opportunity to go ahead and try out some other colors if I want to go for this quest. But I don't even have to if I don't feel like it. And then you get 15 of these daily quests that you can do, and then 15 weekly quests. And as you can see, like I said, I'm right into it. So I played a ton yesterday and got all those wins. And over here, you play one game and you unlock an entire extra deck. I enjoy that as well. So that covers basically everything over here on the side. They got the different sealed events you can get into. I'm going to do one of these sealed Guilds of Ravnica events. And I think this is probably exactly what you get when you get the code from the pre-release as well. But I'm not 100%. I'll know once I get the code. So that's all I wanted to show you about the interface. I'll toss it back over to me. Doesn't look half bad, huh? I'm not saying you have to try it out, but I did want to present a more fair view of it now that I've actually got into it, because before it was just an outsider's view of somebody who hadn't looked at the game fully. So I'm glad I was able to get in there and give it, again, this is just the view of somebody who's only played it for 3-ish hours and genuinely enjoyed it. So bear that in mind as well. Now, thankfully, a couple of really nice people, Jeff MX and my boy Lettuce, got together and hooked me the resources to buy the intro pack for Arena. So what this means is it gave me a bunch of gems so that I could play in a pre-release event for Guilds of Ravnica, but it also gave me 5 booster packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack into those 5 booster packs, and then afterwards, I'm going to tell you guys how you can get a bunch of free stuff in Arena right now. I already did it. All right, well, as I mentioned, my viewers hooked me up with the welcome intro deal. So we have 5 packs of core 2019, so you can see what the booster opening is like. Sarkin's there. He's just got his hand out saying, "Open me, baby. Let's see what's in here." Oh, they give you nice flashy little animations. What I like, I do enjoy that they lay all the cards in the pack out for you all at once. Instead of flipping through the cards one by one, you get to see everything. Now, honestly, I granted I'm a little disappointed by this because I'm heavy into my red deck right now, so I really enjoy getting extra cards for the red deck. And this is so phallic. I mean, look at that. Look at that proudly jutting erect. Come on, guys. I mean, a rupture spire. This, show that to the ladies. It's cool how you get to see the whole pack except for the rare. And click it. What do we got? Oh, yuck. Ugh. I'm not excited about that. I'm not playing blue. All right, let's just open another pack. Bam. What do we got next? Oh, fancy noises. Where are the red cards? What's going on? Oh, the wild cards. These are alright, though. This can be any uncommon. I dig that. I dig the way that works. Alright, and isolate. Get out of here. What is this? If I was playing white, I'd be a happy boy. There's some redness. What did we get? We got crash through. Creatures you can control gain trample. That's useless for my deck. Thud. Yeah. Thud totally. I'll be putting Thud in my deck. Right on. Alright, cool. And we got a common wild card. So that's any common. I can dig it. Bam. Isareth the Awakener. That's not too shabby if I'm going to play the black deck, which I might today. If I want to play with Chubbs McJugs here. Alright, what's next? Come on, man. I should have saved the packs I got before to open with you guys, because I got some nice stuff from those. Assassin's Trophy and the green-black Shockland as well, the Overgrown. So Blanchwood Armor's a nice score, because I do like green. The Smelt I don't care about. Got another common wild card, which is dope. And Sun Cleanser. Sun Cleanser. God. Last pack, come on. Come on. Give me something happy to... Hey, a second volley veteran. Right on. I got 2 of these guys now, and I got a bunch of goblins in my deck. And I'm playing Havoc Devils, so having a 4th of these makes me happy. Hostile Minotaur. With the haste, you know what? Maybe I'll give him a go, too. All right, what do we got as the rare? Alpine Moon? What? What am I supposed to do with this? The artwork's gorgeous. The artwork's gorgeous. All right, well, those are my booster packagings. Let's go back to the rest of the video. All right, man, like I said, I really enjoy the way they splay the whole booster pack out for you, and you can sit there for a moment and wait to flip that rare. It's a nice little enjoyable aesthetic for me. So, I mentioned the goodies, all right? The goodness. Now, right now, if you log into Arena and you type in the code PLAY Ravnica, capital P, capital R, into the code area in the store, you'll get 3 packs of Guilds of Ravnica for free. I think that's pretty dope. Also, in the pre-release kits this weekend, there are codes for free pre-releases on Arena. And when it comes to the new Planeswalker decks that are coming out, you also get a copy of them online. There's an Arena code in the Planeswalker deck to get a full copy of the deck. I love it. Fantastic. That's an awesome little include. I don't like the fact that these codes are limited to 1 per person, but whatever. It's a baby step. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how I feel about this in the future. Let me know what you guys think about Arena. Let's check in with the 6 color magic.
And together, we are the 6 color of magic. Dilly dilly.
All right, roll the scroll, because it's time for me to go and play some dailies. Oh, yeah. What do you want? You want to do some lore, some magic lore videos? Or you want to help a brother out? Come on over to his other channel. Hit him up with the sub on his funny comedy channel. Help him get to 1,000. Let's do it. And I'm history, baby.